I finally defeated Thomas Benzie's. After watching my dealers get cleaned out, losing some dead drops, and getting ambushed more times than I can count, I can finally say the cartel is finished. And honestly, it was one hell of a challenge, but along the way I picked up a ton of tips and tricks that completely changed the game for me. Some saved me time, some saved me money, and a few, honestly, blew me away. So today I'm sharing 10 tips and tricks you need to know if you plan on beating the cartel. And we're going to kick things off with a tip that is absolutely busted, and before I share it, do not try this in real life, unless you're looking to spend the rest of your days in a federal prison. But in Schedule 1, it's fair game. If you're quick, you can actually pickpocket a cop's gun. And once you've got that first weapon, it snowballs. Use it to take out the other cops in the area, loot all their gear, every gun, every magazine, and suddenly you're sitting on a mountain of firepower. Now haul all that gear over to the pawn shop, but don't just sell it whenever. Thursday is the best day to unload your items, meaning you'll walk away with the fattest payout possible. And we're not talking pocket change either. You can get up to $6,000 on your very first day. It's absurd, it's broken, and it basically turns day one into an instant payday. But here's the real hustle. You can also rob your own customers, and not just once, but twice. Here's how it works. Schedule a deal like normal, meet up with them, and before you hand over the product, pickpocket the cash from their pockets. Then go ahead and sell them the drug anyway. And after that, pickpocket your drugs back. It's a 2-for-1 special. And if you mess up, don't even sweat it. Just wait out your wanted level and circle back later. Your customer isn't going anywhere. They'll be standing right there, waiting to get scammed all over again. It's basically free money. The next tip has to do with cartel influence, because one of the absolute easiest ways to chip away at their influence is by camping their dealers. Every single region has one, and here's the trick. They only pop out at midnight, and only for a few seconds, but if you're quick on the trigger, you can take them out and instantly knock cartel influence down by 50 points. It's fast, efficient, and way less of a grind than the other methods. Now, here's where to find them. Westville's dealer spawns right next to the tattoo shop. Downtown's is tucked behind the slop shop. Over at the docks, you'll spot one lurking near the ATM. In Suburbia, the dealer hangs around next to Jane's trailer. And finally, Uptown's dealer pops up at the Crimson Cannery. Stake out these spots, wait for midnight, and you can farm cartel influence like a pro. But here's where things get absolutely ridiculous, because there's actually a way to trick the game into dropping the cartel influence twice with a single dealer. A little maneuver I've affectionately dubbed the double dump. Here's how it works. Wait for a dealer to spawn at midnight like usual, but instead of blasting them with your gun, go old school and knock them out with a bat. Then drag the unconscious, or now slightly less conscious, dealer over to the ocean and toss them in. For some reason, the game registers both events as taking out a dealer, which means you get double the influence drop. It's messy and absurd, but it works. And on the topic of scrapping with the cartel, here's a weird one. It's genuinely worth carrying around a few cukes with you, because drinking a cuke instantly heals you. And in the middle of a firefight, that quick burst of health can be the difference between dropping the cartel or getting dropped yourself. Duck around a corner, drink a sody pop, and get back to shooting. The next tip is mainly for those of you who decided to cozy up with the cartel instead of going against them. Here's the thing, you don't actually have to package the products you sell to them. They're ordering in bulk and they get it. Nobody's expecting you to sit there for half an hour, painstakingly stuffing every single gram of OG Kush into tiny little baggies like you're running a mom and pop dispensary. When you deliver to the cartel, they just want the product. So skip the packaging and save yourself some time. Keep the operation running smoothly. They'll take it however you hand it over. Next up, we got a tip for graffiti, which was hands down my favorite addition in the new update. And yeah, there's a lot of tips and tricks to make the most of it. So first off, timing is everything. The best time to graffiti is around 4 AM. By then, the cops aren't patrolling as heavily, and the random NPCs who love to stand directly in front of your mural are finally off the streets and safely in bed. Nothing kills the vibe faster than some guy blocking the masterpiece you've been spending 2 hours trying to make. But if you do mess up your art, there's no big deal. Just whip out the graffiti cleaner and reset it all. But keep in mind, you only get one spray can per level. That means you've gotta graffiti wisely. Pick your spots and make every tag count. Now the next 3 tips are all about using the console, and we'll start with the one that a lot of people have been begging for: how to completely disable the cartel. If you're the kind of player who just wants a chill, stress-free game, no robberies, no ambushes, this one's for you. All you have to do is pop open the console and type set quest state finishing _the_job 5. What this does is trick the game into thinking you've already completed the Cartel questline, and once the game thinks you're done, the Cartel never shows up again. They're just gone. No more hassles, no more shootouts. Just pure, relaxing gameplay at your own pace. And if you happen to be one of those unfortunate souls who never seems to get the text from Thomas asking to meet up, don't worry, you're not bugged forever. There's a quick console fix for that too. Just open it up and type set quest state unfavorable _ agreements 1. Do that, and Thomas will automatically spawn right outside of Taco Tickler's, ready for you to walk up and finally get that quest line moving. No more waiting around or staring at your phone, waiting for a text that's never gonna come. The last tip I've got for you is honestly one of the biggest quality of life hacks in the entire game: binding the save command to a key. I actually showed this off in my last video, but I can't stress enough how much of a lifesaver it really is. All you have to do is type bind K save, and that's it. From now on, every time you hit the K key, your game instantly saves. It sounds small, but trust me, when an ambush wipes you out and you've only lost a minute of progress instead of 20 minutes, you'll be thanking yourself for setting this up. And that's all I've got for you guys today. I didn't want to drag this out too long, but I did want to get a few of these tips and tricks out into the open so you can start using them as soon as possible. Hopefully at least one of these saves you some time and money. As always, I appreciate you all more than you'll ever know, and remember, stay silly, y'all.